we're looking at the world, it is all okay. And that how I'm going to try to respond. And I noticed, especially with family, when you already have patterns, when someone says something and an emotional response comes up and you're interacting in that emotional place, then often the conversation can deteriorate. And so I've had the opportunity to sort of remember to, when that happens, to sort of try to step back and think about it. And so that when I respond in a more neutral way and in a way where I'm not, especially with my children, not trying to tell them how to be, not trying to tell them how it should be, recognize that they are their own people and try to just honor where they're at. And whatever we say after that is more meaningful and haven't negatively impacted the relationship. And so that is something that I have found really meaningful to be able to have in my life with my people that are closest to me and the people that I interact with in other organizations where things could be challenging, or when I'm working with clients and holding space for them and they are in pain and they share something that triggers my big fears, which I had happen where a person came in and was wanting some treatment, and she was sharing that she lost a child this year. And so, see, even saying it makes me want to cry. But I was sort of able to take things that we learned in class to try to remember that it's just my job to hold space and try to share love and try to support her and not get caught up in that she's feeling this and this is my worst fear and I'm going to have all this emotion and I'm going to have all this negative energy. Well, really all I'm trying to do is hold the space and love. And so that felt that day like a wonderful gift to be able to not get caught up in my head and just get caught up in my head, just to sort of try to hold space for that. So that's the first thing that I'm learned that I'm trying to take and move forward with. And then the next piece is sort of the physical piece of learning yoga, which I had like no understanding or experience whatsoever in. And so I found that to be very helpful in helping the fascia in my body loosen up and break up and letting the energy around that go, so that I can do the things that I really want to do, and then I can share that with my clients as well, so that they can have power, take the power of knowing that there's this thing out there that they can do and control, have more control of how they're feeling about their body or in their body, and how they can use it to move through their life in the way that they wish, doing the things that they love. And so that is a piece that I am appreciative and feel value for, that I can put that practice into my life in a way where it can be regular and it can be meaningful. And then the last piece for me sort of was a moment this last weekend that I had a little part of, where we got to write, while Dave had us write about what our lives, how we see ourselves and what do we want from our lives, and ask some big questions. And it was felt like a gift to have time to actually think about that, because I think often our lives were so busy that we know we should stop and do it, but we don't. And so it was wonderful to have that gift. And so for me, the training, here we go again. The training feels like a gift, and it feels like it's just about love. It's an opportunity to learn, find your soul path, your soul, being able to listen to your inner self and having the love for what you find. Because if you can love yourself, you can love everybody else. So those are the three things that I'm taking out of the class that I have much thankful and appreciation for. Short and sweet.